One of the interesting things also that's happening in the Philippines is now the proliferation of FinTech companies, or those providing financial services through technology. There were a lot of complaints actually received by the regulator or the NPC over the last few years. The number of complaints has gone up to more than 2,000. And there are a lot of FinTech companies that are also under investigation by the regulator because of the practices on the way they are collecting and further processing all this personal information from those who are using the technology. Definitely, it provides us a lot of convenience in our transactions, right? Completing our transactions with all these organizations that we engage with, especially in the context of the pandemic. So organizations has also need to come up with new ways on how to engage and interact with customers and consumers. But of course, not forgetting that we have an obligation and responsibility to protect the individual who wants to complete that transaction. As of now, in the Philippine context, of course, the appointment of a DPO is mandated by law. All right? So every organization must have a data protection officer. But whether these people who have been appointed as DPO have the right skills and competencies, I think it's something that's developing and evolving as of this time. And we are also learning on the ground. When we engage some clients that we have provide the consulting services, so we get a lot of questions. Again, how do you actually translate the principles in the law into actionable processes? I think that's something that we must also always emphasize about. We must be able to put it into action. It's not just, a phrase or a statement. It has to be actionable, something that will enhance our engagement with customers and consumers, at the same time protecting the personal information. In the Philippine context, only about 24% of organizations actually have built up organizational awareness with regards to data privacy and data protection. So I think there's still a lot of room for improvement, room for enhancement, and increasing the training requirements of all our DPOs. So we're also very fortunate to have been invited to be a contributor in the white papers that PECB has drawn up and published with regards to various ISO standards, such as the anti-whistleblowing standard, and also the new ISO 27002, or the controls in the implementation of information security management system. Because of the community that we have created through the Data Protection Excellence Network, a lot of organizations have now recognized our expertise in the field of data privacy, data protection, and governance, risk management, and compliance. And we have been fortunate to be invited by some organizations to also certify their own employee data privacy training programs. What's very unique in the training that we conduct for the ISO certification is that we don't only tell you about the what of what the standard is all about, but how to actually implement the standard. At the same time, the certification that we award is actually internationally recognized. In whichever country that you bring your certification to, it will be recognized by 164 countries around the world. So Straits Interactive has also been fortunate to be a contributor to the PECB white paper for ISO standards. And what we award to our participants is actually an internationally recognized certification that can be recognized in 164 countries, compared to just a certificate of attendance.